Okay, so this have been popping up in news. Um, like it has really popped up in news that apparently let me actually adjust this real quick. I'm sorry. Okay, this might be a little bit better. Might be. Uh, might be. Who knows? Right? Um, but I want to say something before I actually start this video. Um, there was the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, which was basically the remake. I wouldn't say remake, but added content for the Switch. But it really didn't interest me enough in order to get it. It really didn't like grab me, per se. It just, you know, it didn't like, it was just a bunch of Zelda IPs just thrown in together. I mean, it didn't really look that enjoyable. Like, if I actually got it, I felt like I would enjoy it. Like, the combat system, I know people sometimes like that with the battle system, but at the same time, it felt tedious, really tedious. So we're gonna watch this and see actually what I actually think of this. So let's actually watch. Phone. I can't hear anything. Am I supposed to hear that something? Oh, I can hear something.
Hello everyone, I'm Eiji Aonuma, the producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Thank you, man.
We mentioned in the June 2019 Nintendo Direct presentation that we had started development on the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Many people around the world are still playing Breath of the Wild, so I'd like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Everyone, thank you so much.
I mean, I'm not playing Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry, but you're welcome.
Regarding the sequel, in order to make the vast world you enjoyed exploring in the original game even more impressive, the team is working hard on its development, so you'll have to wait a bit longer before we can provide more updates.
Understandable.
In the meantime, we've prepared a different way for you to experience the world of Hyrule, and we have a video to introduce it. Please take a look.
Alright.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
It looks honestly pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Hmm. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Hmm.
I must protect everyone.
Hmm.
What you just saw is the game that Koei Tecmo Games is developing, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. This game takes place 100 years before the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
In that game, the great calamity that occurred 100 years prior was mentioned, but the actual event itself wasn't shown in full. In this game, you'll be able to experience the events of the Great Calamity.
Interesting.
So now, I would like to invite Koei Tecmo Games producer, Mr. Hayashi, to join me here.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yosuke Hayashi from Koei Tecmo Games and the producer of this game. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity began when Mr. Aonuma approached us saying, "I think it would be interesting to create a Warriors game telling the story of the Great Calamity. What do you think?" The battles between the Kingdom of Hyrule and Calamity Ganon would complement Warrior-style gameplay against large armies. The previous Hyrule Warriors games were filled with Zelda conventions.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild broke these conventions entirely, and perhaps it's the same for everyone here, but for someone like me, who's been playing Zelda games for a long time, this was an extraordinary experience. It's a new, special title for me. Unlike the previous Hyrule Warriors games, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity was developed by working closely with the Zelda team in every step of the process, including gameplay direction, graphics, world, and all dialogue. And while we maintained the distinct gameplay style of the Warriors series, with exciting 1 versus 1,000 battles and a wide variety of playable characters, this became the only game that will let you experience the world 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild firsthand.
Interesting.
Thank you, Mr. Hayashi. During the development of the previous Hyrule Warriors games, I was impressed with how the Warriors development team, led by Mr. Hayashi, had a deep understanding of the Legend of Zelda series. This time around, they made it possible to create this new experience by combining the well-detailed world of Breath of the Wild with Warriors gameplay. Therefore, I believe this game will offer the experience of the Great Calamity battles that weren't fully shown in the original game. I hope that both those who played the previous Hyrule Warriors games and those who played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild can experience this game. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity will launch on November 20th.
November the 20th? That's literally like next month.
Thank you for your continued support for The Legend of Zelda and this game.
Well, it's the next 2 months. My bad. That it? Okay, so what do I honestly think about this? The combat system, I don't know. The story is what is driving me. I did enjoy some aspects in Breath of the Wild, not all the way. So I don't want to sit here and start a controversial topic here. Because that's not me. Like, period at all. But this literally just dropped and already have a release date. And it looks like that's a holiday release. November the 20th, that is, yeah, that's the holiday release. But is it the only holiday release? I'm now interested. Because Nintendo, like, none of this got leaked. None of this. We didn't hear, like, a new Hyrule Warriors. We didn't hear, like, no leaks about it. Nintendo can really keep a secret. Like, no joke, nothing, like, they can really keep a secret, which is baffling. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, they just know how to do it so well without getting it into the public. I mean, yes, there was the 3D All-Stars that was rumored, and that became true. But there was other rumors that we have discussed that still are rumors floating around. But with this, what do I actually think about it? Do I see myself getting it? Maybe. You know, I didn't play the first game. But this one actually has a story, and it's in the Breath of the Wild universe. So, I will think about it. It's just the combat system. It just looks so tedious. You know, so that's why I kind of don't like this little hack and slash gameplay, but I don't know. You know, it can change my mind. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. But I can't believe Nintendo just went ahead and just dropped it. Didn't say nothing. They could have put this in the direct. Like, they just had the Super Mario. And also just dropped it. Like, this could have been in a direct. All of this that's being announced and dropped, it feels like we are getting a direct, but it's not in a general direct speed. You know, with these stealth drops. You know, Paper Mario was a stealth drop. Super Mario 3D All Stars was a stealth drop. You know, even though it was rumored and we were hearing something, but it was still a stealth drop. So Nintendo, I guess Nintendo knows what they're doing this holiday. Even though it's been silent, and we as like consumers that buy their products, that enjoy their products, you know, we would like to know. But sitting here just dropping it and it comes out in like 2 months. Where have you been at, Nintendo? Tell me what y'all think about this. Are y'all picking this game up too? Do you think I should even give it a chance? You know, kind of how I feel about the Definitive Edition. Like, I didn't pick it up. I actually played it with on a friend's Switch, and I just didn't like. I didn't like it that much. I really didn't. So I really can't consider. People said this is a new Zelda game. I don't know if I can consider Hyrule Warriors a Zelda game because it's in a different combat style. So it's not like a traditional go to dungeon, get this, then go to the next dungeon. And as a traditional Legend of Zelda. But Hyrule Warriors is different from that. So keep that in mind. Um, but yeah, tell me what y'all think about it. I'll think about it. I don't know if I want to pick it up. I don't know. I could, maybe. I'm not 100% dead set on it. Um, but I'll definitely think about it. And I'll definitely hear from other people, and hopefully I'll get to hear what y'all have to say. So I'll see y'all guys in the next game of news.